There is a simple practice that quietly changes the way the mind behaves, not by force, but by orientation. If we place our focus and our awareness gently toward the back of the head, as though our attention is resting a few inches behind the skull, something remarkable happens. Thinking slows down. The analytical, grasping mind loosens its grip. The body begins to exhale. Neuroscience explains this clearly. The front of the brain creates narrative, identity, memory, philosophy, striving. The back of the brain rests in pure perception, in space, shape, and presence. When awareness shifts backward, we take a natural break from analysis and enter raw experience, a state where the body can finally begin to settle. This has nothing to do with rejecting thought. It is simply giving the nervous system a chance to stop reaching upward for meaning before it has grown roots in safety. And for many of us on spiritual paths, we have studied vast philosophies and noble ideals, yet have not known how to live in our own body with ease. By resting awareness toward the back of the brain, we gently disengage from the upward grasp and return to the ground of being, to breath, sensation, and regulation. And from here, presence does not have to be achieved. It simply becomes available naturally. And it is from this grounded place that we may now enter a deeper teaching. Do not reach upward before growing roots. There is something many of us discover, sometimes late in life, sometimes only after exhaustion, and it is this: spiritual seeking is very often an attempt to escape the very body we live in. We may read every book that draws our attention. We adopt philosophies, we follow teachers, we watch teaching videos, memorize noble truths, and yet something remains unsettled, not in the mind, but in the tissue of the body, in the breath, and in the nervous system itself. Though we try to reach upward, to transcend, to awaken, to know the truth, but we have not yet grown roots. And without roots, the branches cannot hold the sky. No matter how beautiful our beliefs, the body, if it does not feel safe, continues to react. The heart contracts, survival strategies appear, and peace remains just outside our grasp. Now, this isn't failure, it is physiology. The body moves according to its own law. It does not respond to concepts It responds to safety. Self-regulation, therefore, is not merely therapeutic, it is spiritual. It is how the body learns to trust life enough to soften the old armor and let presence return. Reactivity, addictions, spiritual bypassing, these are not signs of weakness, but they are the body's attempt to regulate itself when true safety has not yet been felt. And so, we do not reach upward before growing roots. We give ourselves the very things spiritual study sometimes forgets. A breath that is not rushed. Feelings allowed to exist without judgment. Boundaries that protect energy. Stillness that is not for attainment, but for a gentle restoration. Roots are not glamorous. They do not make us appear enlightened, but they keep us alive. They are the beginning of real embodiment. And this is why so many seekers feel disillusioned. Sure, they gather beautiful ideas, yet still feel anxious, reactive, like life is unfinished. It is not because the ideas are false. It is simply that they cannot grow until the soil is ready to receive them. The nervous system is the soil, and the spiritual path begins there. When the body feels safe, breath deepens on its own. The mind softens. Compassion has room to emerge, and forgiveness no longer feels like surrender, it feels like release. And slowly, very slowly, we begin to feel rooted in something real. It's not an idea, but a lived experience of presence within our own skin. And from that moment forward, we no longer reach upward in desperation. The upward movement begins by itself. It doesn't come from seeking. It doesn't come from reading more and studying more. It comes from stability, not from craving, but from simple coherence. The tree does not chase the sky. It grows toward it when the ground can hold its weight. And so, the invitation is simple. Before chasing transcendence, befriend the body. Before reaching higher truths, learn to settle into quieter breaths. Before idealizing enlightenment, let your nervous system know that it no longer needs to defend itself against what has already happened. This is not a lesser path. This is the living root from which every true path must grow. Do not reach upward before growing roots. Let the roots have their time. Let safety have its place. Let regulation become prayer. Let forgiveness begin in the body before it ever touches belief. And then, and only then, will the branches know how to hold the sky. Presence endures, and one day your body will believe it. Peace be with you.